Welcome to Vlogmas Day 19. So today we're going to do a Q&A video.
We asked for people to submit questions, so we're going to address the questions that were submitted.
Oh, hey, wait. Do you want a kiss?
Aww.
Thanks.
You want a kiss too?
I want a kiss.
So we're drinking hot chocolate with just a splash of what?
Peppermint schnapps. Just a splash.
And it's actually delish.
It is delicious.
Delish. Hannah brought the peppermint schnapps. Wouldn't have thought of doing it.
Kiss.
Mwah. I'm Valerie. I'm Jessica's mother, not Jessica's sister.
I'm Hannah. I am Jessica's sister, not her mother.
Hannah is my daughter. So the first question is going to be the easiest one to answer. And it's something we get asked all the time. How old is Jess?
Jess is 33.
Jess is 33. Her birthday's in July. So this time of the year, this is an important question that a lot of people want to know. Does Jess, or did she ever, believe in Santa? And when did she stop if she doesn't?
She did, right?
She did. Mm-hmm. That's right. And I can't remember what age. She might have been in her 20s.
I think it might have been 18.
You think so?
Yeah, because I remember...
I think it might have been 20.
Well, maybe, but I remember you saying...
So when she turned a certain age that we can't remember, I told Jessica that when people turn this certain age, like 18 or 20 or 21, or like when you're old enough to drink alcohol, Santa Claus doesn't come see you anymore.
Also, Jessica does not drink alcohol, just as a disclaimer.
That's just a joke. But instead of Santa Claus bringing her presents, Mama Claus brings her presents.
She accepted that just fine, didn't she?
She was 100%, because before that, what we did was Jessica knew that and the kids too, they all knew that Santa Claus brings part of their presents and Mama and Daddy bring part of their presents. So they always knew that some of their gifts came from Mom and Dad. So it was an easy transition, I think, to explain that Santa Claus does not visit once you're a certain age.
At our house.
He may visit
others. That's only at our house. That's exactly right.
At our house, we just said, Santa, it's okay. I got it covered. We're going to wrap everything. It's going to be under the tree. And then you can open it.
Yes.
So the next question is, does Jess have any siblings?
Yeah.
She does.
Me.
Oh, shoot. I meant to have a picture of Madison. Yesterday, in Jessica's fan mail, we got the best stuff. It was just...
I haven't seen it yet.
Hannah hasn't seen it. So I'm going to pull some of these out and we'll show them to you as we go.
Oh my gosh!
Okay. This is so cute. And I'm assuming they're like Christmas ornaments, but they're going to end up hanging on a wall somewhere.
Wow. These are cool.
So this is...
Wow, how special.
Madison. So that's a picture of, I'm assuming that the camera can see it.
We're assuming so.
We're assuming so. So this is Madison.
Wow.
Let's see. There's one more of Madison. Oh, there it is. So this is Madison and Jess sitting together a few years ago at Christmas time when he was home.
Wow, these are really cool.
They are. So
awesome.
Anyway.
Cool. So Madison, so I think it's also, some people don't know, Jessica is the oldest.
Yeah.
And it goes Jessica and then Madison and then me.
And people may want to know what y'all do.
I'm a sign language interpreter.
Hannah works in the public school system as a sign language interpreter at an elementary school. And Madison is a third-year resident in neurology. So we're looking forward to him moving closer to home. When he does his fellowship, he might come closer to home. Right now, he's about a 6-hour drive away. So this next question is also about Madison. So Jessica, somebody says, does Jessica call her brother Madison? And she does, because he's Madison.
No. I think They're saying, does she call her brother Madison? What a silly assumption.
Well,
I mean, Miss Literal.
I'm literal, but and she doesn't.
Does
so,
she call her brother Madison? No, does she call her brother Madison?
Does she call him? She doesn't call him. She might occasionally send him a text.
But also, when I'm not here, she doesn't call me either.
Right.
So,
but
I mean,
Madison is super, super busy and unavailable because he's a resident, and she knows that. And so it's not for any other reason other than that. And another question was, does she tease him like she teases you? So she does a little bit,
yeah,
but not
to
as
the
much.
extent, yeah.
But he's also not here as much.
Right.
But he also gets called a bad one. He does. More than he's called a good one. Next question. I'm going to let you answer this one. Who is Marlo to the family?
Marlo is my best friend. We've been friends for almost 10 years. Not quite 10 years yet. She is also Jessica's caregiver.
That's right. And do you want to mention how Marlo was introduced to our family?
Sure. Marlo used to take Madison. And that's how we met.
So somebody asked, or they said, they care for their 26-year-old daughter on the spectrum, and they want to know how we found Marlo.
That's how we found Marlo.
That's how we found Marlo. And Marlo has been living out of town for years.
Mm-hmm. And just came back last year.
She came back, and we were looking for a caregiver at the time. And so it worked out well. Next question. Did Marlo have a background in caregiving or something similar before working with Jess? And so, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so Marlo worked at a preschool for many years. So.
And also, Marlo babysat a lot, I think, for people.
Oh, yeah, she absolutely did, yeah.
So she had a lot of experience with
in
caregiving in that way.
Yeah.
I think Jessica's maybe the first special needs. But
for sure.
Marlo also has experience just in life with special needs. So I think that helped. But she's known Jessica for 10 years,
yeah.
And that made a huge, huge difference
for
to
sure.
already have kind of this underlying understanding.
I think also to have such a close relationship to us that she feels comfortable asking us for advice and having that like clear and open communication, I think is really important.
Does Jess have a Christmas wish list?
Does she?
She does, and I will put a link in the description below. It's not an expansive list. It's actually pretty small, and there are a few specific items, but there's also a lot of gift card ideas because Jessica has like 600 packs of cards and 1,000 CDs and coloring books stacked up, and so gift cards she would enjoy because she loves to eat out and she loves to go to Disney. So we have those two things on wish list, so we'll share that link. Do you stick to known favorites for gifts, or do we give new and unexpected things for gifts?
Both. Yeah, I'm both. Because,
For example,
this year I got her several things that are just favorites that she always gets that she has a zillion of. But, in my opinion, there are these specific things that bring her so much joy that who cares if she has 1,000 of them, because the 1,000th one she's going to be just as thrilled by as the first one.
plus
she'll like that more oftentimes,
especially
than the
for like
unique thing.
Christmas morning, for example. We can get her unexpected stuff, and she might be really disappointed and not enjoy it at all.
As much as if we got her.
If we mix some of those in with some unexpected, then it's all fine because you can kind of go back and forth. The next question: what is Jessica's favorite thing about Christmas?
Jessica's favorite thing about Christmas is opening presents.
And counting how many.
How many. And keeping track of how many from each person, and Oh, you still have one more that's being delivered. Oh, you still have one more to wrap.
And she keeps asking me how many I've gotten her and how many I've gotten you, and I haven't counted how many I got anybody. So this is a really good question. Does Jess enjoy gifting presents to others? And she has never really honed in on that skill.
You know, I would say honestly, not really.
Except
she likes to give things to her Aunt Sue and Donna and Keely.
But also, this year, I saw the first real breakthrough in that. When we were working on the cake project, the 1, 2, 3
and
cake.
she said, I want to give.
Before we started videoing, I explained to her that we were going to do some of this for gifts because she kept asking about us making it and making the cakes, and I explained to her, and she kind of worried about that for a minute, and I said to her, you know how much excitement you get out of opening packages, you know how good it makes you feel when somebody sends you stuff because they love you. You can make somebody else feel that way by giving them something. And then she said later, I'm giving this to them because they give so much to me all the time.
Aww, that's so good.
Yeah,
that's
so that I felt like that was a big deal.
Sure.
Big deal.
That's great.
Favorite Christmas memory with Jess?
For me, the first thing that comes to mind, this was, I don't know how many years ago, 3, 4, 5, something years ago. But I just have this image in my mind. I think it was one year Madison was home and we were like taking pictures by the tree.
Mm-hmm. Y'all were drunk.
And we were drunk. But I have this image of Jessica, of this picture you took, and she's sitting in her pajamas in front of the tree with all her packages stacked up right there next to the tree. And one of my favorite parts is how excited and happy she is on Christmas morning. It's just like a kid being so, excited and joyful about Christmas every year. And that's fun. It's fun to watch her get so excited. You know what picture I'm talking about?
I do. I took some similar pictures for a few years in a row, and that was before we started putting her packages in her room. And I'm afraid some of those pictures are lost on another computer. But they might be on the cloud, so hopefully I can find it, or I might have an old one on Insta that I can go look up. My favorite thing in general with Jessica and Christmas is her excitement.
Yeah.
Christmas morning, open and everything. She opens her packages like this. And goes through every single one of them about that fast and does not stop and interact or really absorb it.
She wants to get them all opened.
Yeah. What are your favorite Christmas traditions, Hannah?
This is a good one. It's kind of sad because, so many of our traditions are just like, this year because of COVID. But and also we did a whole video on Christmas traditions last year.
We did.
You can go back and watch that if you want to know more.
We can put a link in the description.
For sure. I'll just list a few. One of my favorites is decorating gingerbread houses at Nani's, which we're gonna do a modified version of that, which I don't know what day you'll see that in a few days.
Probably Christmas Eve. We're going to post that Vlogmas on Christmas Eve. You'll see us decorating our gingerbread house.
So that's one of my favorites. And spending Christmas over there at Nani's with everybody, exchanging gifts, whatever. That's really special. And then our Christmas breakfast. I just love that. It feels really special. I don't know, and it's just like we don't have a lot that we don't normally have other than like the country ham, but it just feels really special. That's one of my favorites. That's probably my favorite.
It's just meaningful. It's a very grounded home thing. My favorite traditions are our big family get together at Nani's. That's just always been
it's really
one of my favorites. I guess the same thing. Christmas, just Christmas Day here.
It's just so fun. It's a fun environment, and we get to spend time together.
And the next question fits this topic. What was our holiday tradition when the kids were young.
It's the same.
Pretty much
right,
the same.
Pretty much, yeah.
For Christmas Day, we would get up and the kids would see what Santa brought them, and then we would divide out the presents and everybody would take turns opening so we could see what we were getting for each other, and then just spending the day playing.
And we would have our breakfast. Even back
have
then.
our breakfast. So I always cook a big breakfast on Christmas morning.
And we've
a
done
long time ago, before, you know, when all my grandparents were still living, we would still go to one set of family on Christmas Eve and the other set of family on Christmas Day, and so we don't do that anymore.
The gingerbread houses we've been doing for many, 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 many years. I don't remember what the first year was. We could figure it out. And then the gathering at Nani's we've always done too.
Okay, this is a good question.
Is it?
And I think a lot of families with children would relate to this. Are holidays hard for Jess with all of the extra / exciting things added to her schedule?
The answer is yes, an emphatic yes.
Yeah, so actually, most of her life, Christmas has been extremely stressful.
Yeah.
Other than Christmas Day. But these memories of holiday parties that are my favorite, family things, like going to family parties,
Are also
were her biggest nightmares.
Yeah.
And mine too, in a way, because it caused her so much anxiety.
The being around so many people and the waiting for presents and the anxiety about does she have to take turns
But a big part of it was, and I think we're at a place where we can talk about this, a big part of it was Jessica has a tendency to fixate on certain people. Mm-hmm. And so when we would have get-togethers, she would want to attach herself and monopolize certain people.
and like literally like about like this and just like
Almost like a
can't.
panic because like it's such a limited time.
Yeah, and it's so special to her to spend time with that person that she just like can't.
And these people, you know, have other people to visit and can't spend their whole evening just attached to her. And that was extremely stressful for me.
Yeah,
and
it's really, really hard. And she's so much better about that than she used to be. But
and there were several Christmases where we actually left the Christmas party because I couldn't cope with it anymore, and she couldn't. She was getting
really
upset,
hard, and she doesn't understand.
Because if we tried to pull her away and distract her, it just intensified that connection and that desire to be close to somebody. That was really difficult, and that was more of an extended family, like when my grandparents were living, and we did like the big extended family. Not
and when,
like at Nani and Granddad's, it's not like that.
Yeah, some of Dad's family too. That happened with sometimes at Christmas because they used to live super far away and couldn't come every day.
Yeah.
She's better about that part of it than she used to be.
But I think that was the biggest part of the stress.
Oh, for sure.
For Christmas.
Lately, the past few years, it's the schedule change part of it and scheduling and am I going to get to see these people? Am I not? When are we going to see these people? What are we doing first? Or are you sure we're going to get there?
What day are we going here? What day are we going there?
And I'll say this, and you can choose to include it or not, but last year, when we went to our gathering at Nani's, we gave her a little bit of extra anxiety medicine. Like on the way there, or like right before we left, and that made a huge difference.
I don't know why we never thought of that before.
I know, but I mean, she was happier, she was more relaxed, and that meant we were happier and more relaxed.
Want a kiss?
I do want a kiss.
This is a holiday-ish question. Where do you like to shop, Hannah? For clothes, music, or just anything you like?
I like to shop at Old Navy. That's where I buy all my pants. I think a lot of people have one, specific store maybe that their pants fit them the best, and I just really like Old Navy's pants. They're great for me. I haven't done a lot of clothes shopping lately because of COVID, and really I'm not a big shopper. It's
We're
just
not big shoppers.
exhausting and stressful. But I like to go places like Ross and TJ Maxx and stuff where you can find some nice but cheaper stuff.
You guys could talk about your candle exception.
Oh, I don't know if you heard Marlo just now, but we do have a candle obsession. Bath and Body Works.
When they have their sales.
Yeah, we love candles. My favorite candles are the sweet smelling ones. I don't really like the spicy ones as much, except gingerbread. They're
I think, is it buttered rum? Is that what I have in there? I just bought 3 buttered rums amongst others.
So we love that. And then, what was it? Clothes, music. I'm still living in the Stone Age, according to Marlo, because I don't have Spotify. And so I buy all my music on iTunes. But I don't buy new music very often. I'm still stuck in the same music I listened to in middle school, which is fine by me.
Right, and Pandora is just easy.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay for it.
For me, shopping, my answer is so simple. Amazon and Kohl's.
Yeah.
I pretty much don't shop anywhere else for clothes or anything.
Lately, the past year or two, Amazon. I mean,
I don't buy clothes on Amazon. And actually, to tell you the
I buy a
truth,
few things on Amazon for clothes, but not often.
I rarely buy clothes. I just wear stuff till it falls apart because I hate clothes shopping.
It's just exhausting. It's
I hate
just
it.
exhausting.
Well, and just sizing. Let's just stop talking about it. What has been Jessica's all-time favorite Christmas gift she received? I asked Jessica about this earlier. She has a hard time ever explaining her favorites, but I have an answer.
I have an answer of what I would guess, but I don't know for sure.
In reality, I think it would be, if she was able to think it through and express it, her iPad.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so we just got that maybe, you think it was 2014, 2015, something like that, but it has opened up her world.
She got it before Graham was born, right?
I don't remember.
I think so. It must have been 13 or something like that.
But it really did open up her world.
For sure.
What is Jessica's favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Will Jess let you have a chocolate ever? Will she
Well,
share
yeah.
her chocolate with me?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes. It just depends.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
Especially if I really talk to her about it. But if I would just playfully say,
Give me
can I have a piece? She's going to always say no. Yeah, she'll give me some. When did Jess first show interest in collecting cards in nursing? So cards in her later years of high school before she aged out, because she played cards with her student peers. And nursing, she's been interested in nursing since her early teens because she had a family member who was chronically ill and she was fixated on that person and wanted to take care of them and be their nurse. Why does Jess smell everything that isn't food? Because
that's one of her main
it's one of her senses. So
she's blind.
Since she can't see,
She smells it.
smell, touch, taste, all that is relative to how she explores her environment. What difficulties would I say she's had the most progression with? And I definitely have an answer on this one, and it's communicating.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say in the last 6 years, her ability to communicate with us has just
I'd say in the last
improved
year and a half, 2
exponentially.
years, it's improved exponentially.
And I
Getting her medicine right has been
getting
the key.
anxiety medicine, and the other thing is this
Routine.
stable, steady routine of me being home, working from home, and her having a caregiver. So that's been a major thing, and I can expand on that answer sometime if somebody wants me to. Does she ever get self-conscious? I think she does. I don't know that she understands
Not
that
very
feeling.
often. It sort of goes
And
along
somebody
with what
says,
we were talking
does she
about.
talk about it? And she does not.
It was sort of. I think it sort of goes along with what we were talking about earlier about latching on to people, but she does get very worried about getting on people's nerves.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a self-conscious feeling for her that she doesn't really understand.
If she starts feeling self-conscious, I think it presents as
Anxiety.
irritation.
Yeah, and irritation.
Yeah. How old was she when you noticed the difference in her and her being blind? My mom noticed at like 5 months old. So somebody said, am I able to show some footage of Jess on her not so good days?
The answer is yes. We have a supporter group called Club Crispy. So we have a separate private Instagram only for people who are a part of Club Crispy. We post a lot on there, a lot of different kinds of things, but we do post
more of the ups and downs.
more of the ups and downs.
More of the downs. Just the day-to-day frustrations or what's bothering her or whatever. And the reason we do it that way is because there are just so many mean people out there, literally. That's why we do it that way. So in our supporter group, we know we have a support system who cares about
People
us,
that we can
loves
trust.
her. We're closer to them because we do weekly live streams, and she has video chatted with quite a few of them. And so there's just a trust there that we've built up a trust. So we show the hard stuff there instead of putting it out for the world to see and be criticized and made fun of or whatever.
This is a shameless plug. If you want to be a part of Club Crispy,
It's not shameless. If you want
we'll
to
put the link
see
below.
that, if that will help you and you're curious about that, you can.
We'll put a link below if you wanted to.
Somebody asked, could we see a day routine video of Jess, either on Insta or YouTube? And yes, we've kind of done that before. In the past, I've kind of done it on Insta stories. I did one recently on YouTube, but it was not a typical day routine.
Yeah.
So I've done those before, and yes, I can do one again. It'll be after the holidays because it's a time-consuming, all-day-long process to record, and then a lot to edit. So, okay, we'll end on this question.
Okay.
Which video has the 1-cup mud cake using the cake mix that Jess and I put together? We didn't do one.
Oh.
We failed to follow through on that, and I thought about it
pretty funny.
when we ended up the video, and I'm like, oh, we'll make one in a little while, and I'll make a video. We made one. I didn't make a video. I was cooking dinner. I think Dad came for dinner or something, and so
Maybe we'll film one and include it in a video.
we'll film one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a few more questions, but no time to answer. There are a couple questions in here that I put an asterisk by that are relationship questions that require like an in-depth answer, and so
And
I think
also somebody not to be here.
yeah, I can't do it with her here, so that will be more of an in-depth Q&A, just the one Q, longer
Right.
A, and I'll add it to my Q&A playlist. Thanks for submitting the questions.
Yeah.
And thanks for helping me, Hannah.
You're welcome.
We enjoyed this. I like doing
Yeah.
Q's and A's.
Who's nice?
Q's and A's. I do.
So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We are filming a video and posting it every day leading up to Christmas Day, including Christmas Day.
Yes, and we do actually have a schedule a little bit. Christmas Eve will be the gingerbread house video. Christmas Day, our Vlogmas for Christmas Day. Hey Marlo, did you know the refrigerator's open?
Oh, no, sorry.
For Christmas Day, we will be, our Vlogmas will be a review of 2020. Is that right?
I think so. You'll see.
Yeah. Christmas Day is going to kind of be like a year-end review. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.